Hello, you're very welcome to Destination Newry's News Bite here on a Friday evening. My name is Damien McCullough. The coronavirus update. 521 people have died in Northern Ireland, while 1,645 people have died in the Republic of Ireland. The total deaths on the island of Ireland to date is 2,166. The Republic's number of confirmed coronavirus cases is 24,876. 183 people died from coronavirus in England in the last 24 hours. The total number of deaths in the UK is 37,837. Scotland. The question that was always asked, how many deaths have there been there? The figures show that 2,331 patients in Scotland have died after a positive test for COVID-19, although the actual number of deaths is known is to be far higher. Weekly data published by the National Records of Scotland show that up until the 24th of May there was 3,779 deaths registered in Scotland. The NRS figures are higher because they include all cases where COVID-19 is mentioned on a death certificate, even if the patient had not been tested. The public health figures are based on the deaths of those who have tested positive for the virus. In Wales, 10 more people died yesterday, and again from the Public Health of Wales, that brings the total to 1,317. Back here, there are 288 confirmed cases in Newry, Mourne and Down. In Newry, Mourne and Down, there were 44 coronavirus-related deaths up to the 22nd of May. In this area, 12% of all deaths involved in coronavirus was between the 29th of February and the 22nd of May. Over to the Armagh City Bound Bridge in Craigavon area, there are 532 confirmed cases. And in that same area, there are 72 coronavirus related deaths up to the 22nd of May. In this area, 17% of all deaths involving coronavirus between the 29th of February and the 22nd of May. In the UK, government advisors have voiced unease over the decision to lift the lockdown while there are still thousands of people becoming infected with the coronavirus every day, warning that loosening restrictions could easily lead to a second wave. We cannot relax our guard very much at all, said John Edmonds, Professor of Infectious Disease Modelling at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine and one of the members of the modelling subgroup of SAGE. There are still 8,000 new infectious cases every day in England, he said, without counting those in hospitals and care homes. If you look at it internally, there's a very high level of incidence. World Health Organization statistics suggest it is the fifth highest in the world. The issue is clear. There is need to try and get the economy restarted and people back to their jobs and so on. And also there's a social and a mental health need to allow people to meet with their friends and families, he said. So we'll keep watching that one. Global deaths passed 360,000 according to Johns Hopkins Coronavirus Resource Centre. Global deaths from coronavirus have now passed, as I said, the 360,000. The US records more than 100,000 deaths of COVID-19. The US has now recorded over 100,000 deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University, as many states continue to relax migration measures. The US has recorded more deaths from the disease than any other country in the pandemic, and almost 3 times as many as a second-ranking country, and that's the UK. Other news. Transfer test. 5 grammar schools scrap the selection process. The schools in County Down said they had made the move in light of the current circumstances. None of the 5 schools will use the transfer test run by the Post-Primary Transfer Consortium, set by the GL assessment this year as a result. The head of the Catholic Church in Ireland had previously urged Catholic grammar schools not to use the test. Abbey Christian Brothers Grammar School Newry, Our Lady's Grammar School, Sacred Heart Grammar School and St Coleman's College, which are all in the Newry area, and St Louis Grammar School of Kilkeel announced the move in a letter to parents. Showband legend Brenton Bowyer has died aged 81. The showband legend and Waterford native Brenton Bowyer has passed away in Las Vegas surrounded by his family. The news was confirmed in a statement on his Facebook page. It read, "It is with deep sadness and regret that we announce the passing of Brenton Bowyer, Ireland's most beloved international entertainer for 62 years. A legend." The GAA. The GAA rules out small group training to phase 2. The GAA has ruled out The reopening of pitches and playing areas, as well as teams returning to training in small groups as part of phase 2 of the government's easing of COVID-19 restrictions. America. George Floyd death. Minneapolis clashes run into the third night. The US city of Minneapolis has endured a third night of clashes between police and protesters. The unrest follows the death of an unarmed black man in police custody in the city on Monday. And there's video of his death shows George Floyd groaning, "I can't breathe and don't kill me," as a policeman kneels on his neck. On Thursday, police officers fired tear gas and rubber bullets in an attempt to disperse a crowd outside the 3rd Precinct police station, the epicentre of the unrest. But the cordon around the police station was eventually breached by protesters who set fire to it and 2 other nearby buildings as officers withdrew. The Minneapolis Police Department said in a statement that the 3rd Precinct has been evacuated shortly after 11 o'clock in the interest of the safety of the personnel. That's a story we'll keep watching the next couple of days. So, as normal, when we finish our news, now we go to our community activists and we're going to talk to Jordan. Jordan's over there on the Belfast Road. And before you start, Jordan, I have to say, I got my bike into Cycle Recycle.
Oh, brilliant.
And Jared done a fabulous job, and I got it back today. And it's like a new bike. So thanks a million for that. He's there 6 years, and I didn't know.
No bother at all. No, as I say, and for anyone that didn't catch that there last week, Jared, one of our local residents, now that the household recycling centres aren't taking large, bulky items at this moment, I'm going to talk more about that in a wee second, including bikes. You can drop them over and certainly give them a new lease of life over in Cycle Recycle in the Win, just as Damien did there this week. Yeah, so as I say, household recycling centres has been something our area's been sort of dealing in and around the fact of this week, with an increase we've seen of dumping of large household appliances. So they are open, the opening hours Tuesday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. But as I said, they're now they're not taking your large items. But everybody has a yard, and most people have a wee area where they can keep these. So if you can hold on to them for a few weeks, it's my opinion, and I was speaking to a few council employees as well, hopefully we will see them reinstated to their full hours, full working hours, and full capabilities of taking everything very soon. So please, I know it's hard, they're an eyesore, but hang on to them for now. As I said, we've seen everything from tumble dryers to full wash hand basins, you name it, being dumped, and it's not acceptable, and you're only destroying your own area. So you can't hold on to them for the time being. Another thing in around the recycling sort of topic there, as sure we've seen throughout the whole of Newry, but especially as well in our area along the Downshire Road and Damolly area, a lot of our pedestrian bins on our street furniture bins have been overflowing. That's been reported to ourselves as community workers, and again I've been hearing it as well that local councillors have really been getting it in the neck all over the city about these bins overflowing. The issue, from what I'm led to believe, comes down to an overall council management overtime restriction as well, along there with the furlough and everything as well. So council is working hard to try and rectify it. But as I say, there's no way answer to anyone there that was asking about that there during the week as well. What you see on your screen there as well, I see Cal's brought it up. We seen the return there from Monday last week. We've seen the return to the dreaded temporary traffic lights that were at the new radius housing development there on the Belfast Road just before you turn into Shannon Park and Damolly there. It was actually timed by one of the local residents who informed me that they were leaving. I know it's not a massive inconvenience, but about a 1.5 minute delay to your journey when you're coming along there. I went up and talked to a few of the contractors there from DDG Construction, who actually, as I arrived today, were removing the temporary traffic lights. And as you can see, there's a small wee bend there, small obstruction to the traffic there that's bound for heading towards Damolly from the 24-hour direction from the town. So do take care when you're going along there, but as I say, it's not on the level of what's the word I'm looking for, destruction and mishap that we're having there with the temporary traffic lights. So as I say, that's good news as well. And the other only thing I wanted to say is there is as we did have a number of months ago, we have organised out in Damolly for this Sunday at 10 a.m. another community cleanup. That's been organised by myself and all the guys out there in Damolly, Charlene McKnight and everything. So we're meeting at 10 a.m. And basically the same as what we've done. There's a few other areas that have been highlighted for a litter pick and even a bit of grass trimming as well there, Damon. So we're meeting 10 a.m. on Sunday morning at the top pitch in Damolly. Absolutely everybody's welcome. Out of, as I was saying last week as well, out of all the areas that we've done in this past year or so, the biggest turnout we've seen in Damolly. And again, you're welcome if you're from any area, and it really is a good way to get out, meet people while we're social distance, and it really is good to clear the head and get out and do a bit of positive community activism. And as well, for anyone else that's about tomorrow morning, Saturday, there's another community cleanup in Lisgullion. John McCabe and all the residents up there are doing fantastic work as well. So again, 10 a.m. in Lisgullion tomorrow. So there's plenty to be up, Damien. The shops mightn't be open. And a lot of other venues mightn't be open, but it's definitely a lot for people to still get involved in their community.
Look, there's no doubt, and the weather is good, so I would say get out there and help your community and get lifting the litter. Of course, it's always good to be out and doing things like that. But Jordan, I just have to say, when I think of Damolly and I look down, I always think of the wee soccer field just down below Damolly beside the river.
Yes.
I remember playing there. It was one of the best little pitches to play in because there was a great surface on it. But the only thing was, if the ball went into the river, you had to have a big long
That was you
pole.
away and after.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's a big long pole, and then there was a sort of
Yeah.
a rope across the river so the ball didn't go down. In them days, you couldn't
Yeah.
really afford a ball, so
No, no.
it's a great memory there to be bringing back there. As you talk about
Definitely
that,
is. And we do still
and
see that pitch utilised by loads of different youth clubs. And again, back when they were allowed to train local football clubs as well. So it's good to see that being utilised, along with our park there in Shannon Park as well. But again, with the new housing developments springing up, there's going to be greater demand for, more up-to-date facilities and everything there as well. So hopefully when we get this community association up and running, that's something we can make one of our top priorities and focuses.
I have no doubt, Jordan, you'll do that. And again, I have to thank you for letting me know about the cycle recycle. I did get my bike done. I did say that, and I'm very chuffed with it. The
Brilliant.
only thing is
Brilliant.
now I have to get out on it, and it'll take me a bit of getting used to. But
You've
Jared
no
told
you've no excuse now.
no excuse. He told me to go down the towpath. Not the one from up towards Scarva, but the one down from the
Aye, just
quays
at the
down to the
window.
no, just down, no, down from the quays right down to the lock.
Oh,
Where
yes.
both sides of the river and the lock, and it's lovely down there. But I think I'll have to get a few miles under my belt before I try that. But thanks a million for that. That's great, and
No worries
appreciate
at
that.
all, Damon.
So listen, we'll do this all again next week, and don't forget litter picking tomorrow and on Sunday out there as well. So thanks a million. And now we're finished with Jordan. We're going to go to Paddy. Paddy's another legend round in Newry. The name is phenomenal, and he is one of the, I suppose, from last week and from watching our Facebook page and all, he's got a big following out there. So Park, it's all over to you.
Uh, Cheers, Damien. Hope it's not for the wrong reasons, by the way.
It's all for good. All for good.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. No, Damien, just our update and stuff like that there. First of all, I know a lot of the community groups, Cahill has asked us just to put forward the likes of a community member of the week. So it was unanimously decided by Threeways Community Association this week that it had to go to the one and only David Lochran. David is a Pound Street resident in our community, and on a weekly basis, David can be seen along the Pound Street area there, keeping the area nice and tidy. He has done phenomenal work of the cutting of the grass and the planting and just keeping it an area of natural beauty. So the association just basically want to recognise David for the work that he's put in over this past number of years, unnoticed by him, but unrecognised as such. But it really is noticed by us in the association, and it's recognised of it. So we just want to make him our community member of the week, and we want to really thank him for playing his part in the community and making it the successful and the vibrant community that we are. So well done, David. Thank you. And Threeways Community Association will be in touch with a wee small token, just as our thank you of playing your part. You can see there on the screen the High Street Lockdown Project. This is just a group of residents who have come together during the lockdown, just with the centre being closed and the pitch and stuff being closed, activities and all have been stopped. So the likes of these guys have formed their own wee group and they've been doing social distancing activities. Their numbers have been growing on a weekly basis. They are adhering to all public guidelines. They're spacing out by 2 meters, and they're doing wee wonderful activities. They're doing line dancing, Irish dancing. They're doing bingo. They're doing quizzes. It's fantastic, and especially with with this good weather that we're getting. It's incredible to see the amount of community spirit going on, and it's something this area has always had, and something that we're always going to be proud of. From last week, the association has still been supporting the council with the community hub, and our volunteers and committee members and trustees have been out all week just dispensing boxes to those most in need and those isolating and shading or circumstances have changed. That's likely to go on for the next number of weeks, and we're delighted to be playing that small part in supporting the community best of what we do. From last week, we did receive word that we've been successful with a funding application for youth activities. So we have both of our youth groups now back on board. We're going to be doing a lot of online workshops with them based purely on the interests and the needs that had been identified to us by them. So we're absolutely delighted. And we want to really thank the Education Authority for their continued support. It is absolutely phenomenal. The amount of support that we get year on year by them, and our programs wouldn't be able to function without their support, and we will be forever grateful for that. And we will no doubt be going back to them in the very near future, begging for more money to keep these personal and social developments going, because I'm sure you've seen locally in the papers and all over social media, young people are being tarred at the minute just about social distancing. But then you have the flip side of it that people don't see, and that's the side that we be doing with our young people who are playing an absolute blinder in their community and really leading by example from the front of their community. And we're just over the moon with just with their with their dealing of this whole pandemic, and we want to thank them for playing their part too. So with that, we are going to be doing a number of different quizzes and stuff over the next few weeks, and it will all be on our Facebook pages on how young people can get involved to do quizzes and bingos and stuff like that. And there will be a number of vouchers and stuff up for grabs. So anybody from the area who is quite interested, just keep an eye on the Facebook page and link in with us, and we'll be delighted to have your support, and we'll be delighted to have you coming on board and joining in on the fun. We had our bingo again this week online Zoom, and again, great crack, great numbers coming through. Again, the association put up the prizes, so that came out of the reserve funds that we would have, which isn't much money, but it is something. So we're able to divide different prizes for those who won. So we had prizes for the line, the double line, the full house, and that was all bought locally. The prizes were all bought locally from that, and that's our way again of shopping local and trying to support those businesses who've supported us over the years. We just want to reiterate again to the community that we have a small budget available that we can support those who are in need, whose circumstances have changed. So please don't feel that you can't approach us as it. It's not seen as anything you should be embarrassed about or shy about. This is here for you. This program was set up for you, and that's a program is support in with the likes of food vouchers for the local shops, for electric, for gas, and for mobile top up. So please utilize it. It's there for you, and just get in touch by emailing or ringing the number through our Facebook page. We have a few different thank yous and stuff this week. So first of all, we want to thank the residents from the High Street area, St. Clair's Avenue, and essentially the new bit of it. Our local councillor, Valerie Hart, got a call on Saturday evening past when we had the very bad wind about a dangerous piece of equipment that came down that was quite heavy. So she took herself down to the area, her and a resident who lived close by, and them and 6 others actually removed that piece of equipment that would have proved to be of a safety concern. So well done to them, and thank you for again playing your part in your community. And we're delighted that the developer of that particular piece of land was prompted quite quickly to fix it, and it just shows you the partnership working really does work. So thank you to the residents who were involved. Thank you to Councillor Valerie Hart. No prejudice or no thing, she's my ma. And thank you to John Mufti Morgan, who were all exceptional in that circumstance. We want to say congratulations. We have a resident called Kathy McKechnie, and Kathy runs the choir studio here in Newry. And recently, during this pandemic, Kathy and her choir delivered a beautiful song in raising money for the hospice, and they've raised a substantial amount in £3,545 for the hospice, which will be a massive impact in the services that the hospice provide. So well done to Kathy, well done to the entire choir, some of which are actually involved in our youth group. So we're delighted with that. And a lot of the residents up in this area are involved with that too. We actually had Kathy's choir down with us at Christmas time for our Senior Citizens Day, and it really added a festive feel to it, and it was exceptional. And it's just been great community support. Lastly, Damien, just finishing up, we have 2 birthdays. So it was a birthday past there, and it was Ronan McGrath. Ronan's well known in the area and stuff as well, and has always been at the forefront and helping with any community initiatives that he has come across or has been asked to get involved in. So a very happy birthday, Ronan, on behalf of the community and on behalf of the association. And lastly, our chairperson, Kathy. Kathy's birthday now falls on June the 3rd. And the committee just want to really thank her and wish her a happy birthday. Kathy's been involved with Threeways for well over 30 years. She's been our chairperson for the biggest part of that. So it just shows you the type of community work we're delivering up right here when we have a fairly structured community association who year on year are coming back and doing the same job. So we've a few initiatives coming up, a few exciting things coming up, but that's nothing's finalized as of yet. So until things are finalized, we can't really say much, but we will update people as accordingly as possible. And again, if there's anything at all that people believe from our area that the association can support them with, please do feel free to contact us. We are here to help. We are here to work for you. We're elected on an annual basis to be the voice of this community. So please, if there's anything at all, do get in touch.
Park, after listening to you there, I have no doubt the Threeways is in safe hands. You're a brilliant young man, and I have to say, I love the way you just talked about your mum coming down. I can imagine your mum coming down and sorting out the whatever the problem was there. So well done, and well done to your mum. So listen, again, thanks a million on behalf of Destination Newry for giving us the roundup of round Threeways and that part of the town. It's great, and of course to your long-serving chairperson's doing great work, and a big happy birthday, of course, from Destination Newry. So Park, listen, thanks a million. We'll do this all next week, and look forward to hearing more stories from Threeways. It's great for me because I'm getting the opportunity to listen and to hear what's happening all around the town and all the different associations, and I think it's a great thing. So listen, thanks a million on behalf of ourselves
Good man,
here at
Damien.
Destination
Thank you.
Newry, and we'll do this all next week. And before I go, just breaking news, I did talk about George Floyd, the man that was killed in Minneapolis. The policeman that was involved in his death has been arrested, we're led to believe. So we'll watch that story and see how it goes. I have a big story to announce on Sunday. Due to a 10 o'clock on Destination Newry, they're going looking for ghosts in some venue round the Newry area. I have no idea where it is, but the supernatural is out there and Destin Newry is on the hunt. So tune in at 10 o'clock for that. And before I go, I want to say a very special happy birthday to Diane McCabe from Warren Point. Diane, it's a big birthday today. She's, of course, she's one of the housing executive workers. She does great work, and I know the people that was talking about the housing executive this week would probably know Diane. So on behalf of Destination Newry, Diane, happy birthday from myself, Destination Newry, and all your colleagues in Boat Street. And we know she had a good bed. Look at that lovely cake there for Diane, and congratulations to her. And listen, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Cal. Thanks to all our people that was involved this week. It has been great. We're getting the news out there. Tune in to Destination Newry. We are back on track here. We're keeping people informed. We're giving people all the news as it happens. And Destination Newry is the place to get your news from. So we'll do this all again on Monday night.